What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching today, baby. Baby. How about those Seahawks, everybody? Say hello if you are in here. Say hello if you are in here. I seen Mikey said what up a little bit earlier. Mikey, is that you that's in here right now? Say what's up to you, boy. It's going to be a chill show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Just watching the Sunday night football. And it looks like, still made the field goal. All right. I need the Cowboys to lose tonight, so, because I'm a Seahawks fan. And the Cowboys are up there in the playoff rankings, so yeah. What a Sunday night game, Mikey says. What's up, Mikey? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, I don't know if the Cowboys are going to lose, but it would help me out being a Seahawks fan if they could lose. I'm not counting on it, though. How you doing, Mikey? Can you guys hear me okay? Everything look all right on the stream? Got my Seahawks beanie on, and I still got the Seahawks robe on. You know how we do it on the Sundays. Keeping it chill. Got the flannel pants on. How you guys doing out there? Say what's up as you guys stop in here. Say hello to your buddy, your boy. John, are you still in here? Everything's great, Mikey says. So you got some news for me, huh, Mikey? Looks like you might be getting on the Sublocade shot from what I'm putting together here. Everything's great. Is that what the news was? I'm assuming, Mikey, is that your doctor said that he's going to put you on Sublocade in the next month or so? Is that right? Let us know what's up, brother. Looks like we have 6 people in here. Hit that like button on the way in, guys. Bang it out. Bing, bing, bing. Sorry, I had to start the stream a little bit later tonight because I had to go to the gym. So usually I skip the gym on Sundays unless I go earlier, but the Seahawks game was late. So it's a little bit later stream, so I'm sure people over on the East Coast it's going to be a little too late for those folks. Where do you live at, Mikey? You live in New York? So Colts are 13 and Dallas is 14. It's a close game. Mikey says, I found the same psych doctor. He said late January. I live in Chicago. Okay. Chicago. Oh, yeah, I knew that. I remember. Now that you say that, I remember that. Sometimes you guys are going to a lot of times you guys are going to have to remind me of little details like that because my memory freaking sucks. So if I remember, your message said he wants you to be on 4 milligrams AM and then 4 milligrams PM. Is that right, Mikey? Is he going to start you on the 100 or the 300 milligram shot? I'm seeing a ton of people, guys, on the channel that are switching to Sublocade. Like a lot of you guys are switching to Sublocade. I'm still on my 3rd shot. Ow. Oh. It's kind of hot up in here. Oh, get another interception. Woo. Hot. Wait for some more people to hop in here, guys. Say what's up You guys got to help me keep the conversation going tonight because I don't have anything to talk about. Ooh, that's going to be a sack right there, buddy. Correct. 4 milligrams AM and then 4 milligrams in the PM. I don't know how much, 100 or 300. I'll talk to him. It was a wild week 13 in the NFL. Yeah, it was. Holy crap. I can't believe how hard it was for Seattle to beat the Rams when half their team is freaking on injured reserve. What the heck is up with that? I'm not going to lie. I'm really worried about the Seahawks right now. It should not have been that close of a game today. Ha! Mikey, I bet your doctor's going to start you on the 300 shot, brother. And honestly, what's your Suboxone dose right now? Isn't it pretty high right now? Or where are you at right now, Mikey? Shushu Shinit Cohen. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Says, I'm addicted to crack, and I would love to know if I'm the only one not addicted to opiates. Well, thank you for sharing. That's brave of you to say that here on the random live stream. I would be interested in knowing if anybody else on my channel is addicted to crack. If so, you could leave Shushu a message. I honestly haven't heard of a lot of people admit that or say that. I think mostly people on this channel have struggled with opiate addiction or mostly Suboxone and opiates. I'm pretty sure most people on here. But lately I have been seeing people with like on methadone and now crack. It's like anything could kind of lead you to a channel like this, I think. Did you just recently find my channel? Shushu? But shout out to you for being open and admitting that. I know that is a very damaging drug to be on. How long have you been addicted to crack? I'm always curious of people that are addicted to like crack. Like, is it a really expensive? I'm pretty sure that's like, they say, don't they say that's like the rich man's drug or something? Rich man's addiction. I bet do you spend a lot of money on that kind of stuff? So Mikey's on 8 milligrams right now. Bodie Mac, what up? Good to see you in here again. Woo-hoo! I'm from Israel. Wow. Hold on, I'm trying to see your picture here. My phone is so small I can't see your picture here. Israel. Oh my goodness. What time is it over in Israel? It's probably like the totally separate time of day as it is here. Jessica Jane, good to see you. It's been a while. Hey, hey. Good to see you, Jessica. 2.9 months. A ton of money. I'm assuming that's what you meant. 4:40 a.m. Oh my goodness. So you probably don't even sleep. Is that what's going on here? You just stay up for days at a time, Shushu? So you've only been addicted for 2.9 months? That's not very long. I bet you could get out of that habit pretty quick. The sooner you get out of this habit, the better, obviously. You don't want to spend 20 years in that addiction, right? Woody says, wow, it don't matter what part of the world you're in. Drugs are everywhere. That is true, my friend. That is damn true. What got you into crack, Shushu? Like, how did you get into that lifestyle? I'm always curious, like, what leads people to that? Because mostly people on opiates, like, they get in like an accident of some sort, or you just like partying and somebody brought out some crack, or how did that go? I'm always curious how people get into their addiction. No, I've been to rehab since day one. I've been on rehab since day one. Well, that's good. So you're trying to correct the situation, like, right? Oh, what? So I'm confused. Are you not addicted to any type of opiates? Shushu? I don't really know what crack would feel like. Does that relieve pain too? Does anybody know? That's good that you're in rehab though. Like, try to correct the situation as soon as possible. Wow, that's crazy. Damn, I had no idea about that. Dopamine, okay. So do they not give you opiates over there in Israel or what? I know some countries are really strict with giving out opiates like they do here in the States. Like, they used to pass this stuff out like candy here. I'm not in rehab. Wait, I thought I might be getting confused here. I thought you said you were in rehab since day one. I'm not in rehab. What's up, Ethan? Good to see you, brother. Ethan says, it's usually because friends or people around you are doing it. So if it's around you, it's only a matter of time, Kev. I agree, man. And that's why I always tell you guys, if you have friends that are using drugs, you have to get rid of your friends or family or whoever the hell it is. If it's your girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife, you might have to get rid of your significant other if they're not wanting to get sober with you guys. Like, this is major stuff we're talking about here. Addiction is not to be taken lightly, guys. Because if you take it lightly, then you'll be freaking sitting here doing this shit for the next 40 years of your life, if you even live to make it that long, right? I know some girls that are addicted. It's because their family does it or a friend. Since day one of using, I'm trying to quit. Yeah, where do you get it from? You got like a drug dealer down the street, or what? Like, I couldn't even picture what it would be like to live in Israel. I have no, like, I'm like closing my eyes and like trying to imagine what that would be like. I picture like pyramids, like the old times. Like, I couldn't even imagine what modern Israel looks like. Like, just looking out your window. And I hope I'm not offending anybody by saying that. I just don't know a lot about Israel at all. I don't know anything about Israel. Yeah, you can't get clean around people who do drugs, even if they're really close friends. You have to cut them off unless you got the willpower of steel. Yeah, there's not many people that can muster that kind of willpower. There's just too many. It's just too hard, man. There's too many temptations throughout the day, right? All it takes, I mean, it takes so much to go right throughout the day, and it only takes one little thing to go wrong for you to continue the journey, right, of addiction. So many things have to go right for somebody who struggles with addiction. If they're like on a clean day, there's especially like if they're recently just getting clean, it just takes a lot of energy and focus for somebody to stay clean in recent sobriety. So you just really have to protect yourself with your family and friends. You just got to push them out of your life, guys. Because this shit's serious. This is life or death stuff we're talking about here. Ethan says, there has to be other people around you doing it, I would imagine. Indeed. Blessed family, good to see you, says indeed. 9 people in here, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way in. Jessica says, I was down to 2 milligrams a day, but I had surgery and went up to 8 for a couple of weeks. I got to get back down again, but I'm grateful I had a stockpile for the occasion. What was the surgery, Jessica? Yeah, I mean, that's good that at least you didn't go back onto like full opiates, right? This phone's bright. Oh, Wody, I was going to tell you because I remember I rewatched the last Sunday stream and I missed your question. You had asked something like, will state insurance pay for the shot? And by state insurance, I'm pretty sure you mean like if you're unemployed and you get free insurance. Is that what you meant, Wody? If that's the case, then yes, they should pay for your shot in total. Wody says, I got my appointment this week. I'm going to talk to him about the shot and see what he has to say. He's a cool doc. I'm able to talk to him. Yeah, if that's your situation and you want welfare, yeah, I'm pretty sure that would cover it. I bet you. What state are you in? Uh-oh, the Cowboys just scored. Dang it. Come on, Colts. We need this win. Josh, what's up? Says, I just found out I have low testosterone. Oh, I love talking about this stuff. Due to 25 years of opiate use. Good Lord, that would definitely do it. I'm now on testosterone shots. Does anyone know how long it takes to get your T levels back up? So thank you for asking the question, Josh. I love talking about testosterone and testosterone replacement therapy stuff. I have a lot of experience with that. So when you take your dose, did you take the shot? Okay, sorry, yes, you said you were on shots. So when you take your testosterone shot for the week or however often your doctor has you do it, your testosterone levels will peak within about 24 hours. So within 24 hours, your levels will be boosted back up to hopefully where they should be. What's the dose? Tell me the dose of whatever opiate you're on, and tell me the dose of testosterone he gave you, and also how old you are. I'll let you know if you're on the right path. Because I don't mean to like talk crap on doctors, but unless doctors are pretty familiar with testosterone replacement therapy, I have heard some horror stories, you guys, as far as doctors giving patients one shot for a whole month. And that if you know the half-life of testosterone, that's not the way to do it. 1.5 testosterone shots. So I don't understand what you mean by 1.5 testosterone shots. So Josh is 47. Ethan says, do you know anything about HCG? I haven't used it myself. I'm pretty sure HCG is what keeps your natural fertilization going and your boys still plump, right? Yeah, that's what HCG does. So a lot of guys nowadays are getting their doctor to prescribe them HCG, which will keep your boys from getting small like raisins, right? I'm only allowed to say so much here on YouTube, guys. So this is how I look at it, guys. In my experience personally, testosterone replacement therapy can be used as a form of birth control for men. Now, don't go shooting off into the wind, if you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, in my personal experience, since I've been on testosterone replacement therapy, I've been in long-term relationships where the girls were not on birth control, and then we broke up, and then they got pregnant not too long after me. So in my experience, if you're on synthetic testosterone replacement therapy, that is likely going to cause you to not get your girlfriend or wife or whoever pregnant. Can it still happen? Yes, it can still happen. There have been people that have been pregnant, but in my case, knock on wood, it hasn't happened. If you are in a marriage or relationship and you still want to have children and you want to keep your boys still plump to the normal size, which there's a terminology for this stuff, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But if you're still wanting to potentially get your partner pregnant, then you would want your doctor to prescribe you HCG with your testosterone replacement therapy. That's going to keep your boys up to size and also keep you still fertile. All right, guys? And side note, too, they do have protocols, certain different protocols for guys that have been abusing steroids. If you want to get your partner pregnant, there are certain protocols. You can talk to certain people about those protocols. So Josh gets 150 milligrams. Is that, how often do you get 150 milligrams of testosterone, Josh? I'm assuming like once a week, maybe. And what's your dose of opiates? Are you on Suboxone? Like, tell me your dosage on that. Does that answer your question, Ethan? Okay, so we're getting more details. Once a week, 150 milligrams. So that's a really good dose, and I like that, the once a week. If you just take one shot once a week, guys, Suboxone, 32 milligrams a day. Is that what you're saying, Josh? That's a pretty high dose, buddy. But I'll wait for your response on that. And also, what was your testosterone levels before your doctor put you on TRT? Whoa. Okay, so yes, 32 milligrams of Suboxone at 47 years old. Gosh, how are you even able to perform, my friend? Good Lord. I bet your testosterone levels were like, what, 200 max before the testosterone replacement therapy? What's 2.4? I'm confused on what 2.4 is. I'm still curious as to what your testosterone levels were before you started TRT. Somewhere around 200 probably. It's the scale they use in Canada. So I don't know how that equates to how it is here in the States. But I would guess that you were pretty low. You probably had sex drive issues, 200. Okay, so how long have you been on testosterone? Let me see if you said that already. Sorry, I might have missed that. Now I'm on testosterone shots. How long have you been on the testosterone? 3 weeks? Okay, so you should, some people it takes a few weeks, but honestly, like, your testosterone levels should peak within 24 hours of the shot. But some people, it takes a few weeks for them to notice. So 3 weeks into it, you should start noticing, you should definitely start noticing differences by now. Are you still having certain issues? And if so, what kind of issues are you having? Like performance or desire, or like what's going on? I'm going to say a lot of it's going to be tied to your very high dose of Suboxone. 32 milligrams a day is really high. If you can start to bring that down, then you will definitely benefit. Starting to kick in now. Okay, yeah. It should, for me, like, I feel testosterone shots very fast, like, because of my rapid metabolism. I have a very fast metabolism. So I can literally feel the shots within like a day or two. Like, I can feel a difference. And I'm actually about on the same dose that you are on, Josh. Oh, okay. So that makes a lot more sense. I just started Suboxone 4 weeks ago. Okay. So if you were on, how high was your doses of opiates before Suboxone? Wody Max says, I gotta work in the morning. What time on Wednesdays are you on live? So every Wednesday, guys, we're on at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 4 p.m. Central and 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Every Wednesday. P. Miller says, what does it feel like? What does what feel like? TRT? It just feels, it makes you feel like you should feel as a normal, healthy man. Now, if we're talking like steroid cycles, then that's a whole different story. That makes you feel much different than just TRT. That's a totally different ballgame. I use the test ball cream. I hate needles, John says. Yeah, I feel like most people prefer the injections just because the cream stuff can get like messy and you have to wait for it to dry and all that crap. But if it's working for you, then that's really all that matters, John. So that's good that that's working for you. A lot of people do hate needles, though, and that's all right. Just find whatever works best for you guys. What opiates were you using before? So Josh was on 160 milligrams of oxy. So, dude, you're like right where I was. I was at the same spot. If I could say anything to you, Josh, I would say that I would start trying to lower your Suboxone dose unless you're in risk of relapsing. 32 milligrams is a very high dose of Suboxone. I would say you'd feel probably a lot better somewhere around 16 milligrams, but obviously you want to talk to your doctor about this. I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. I cannot give you guys medical advice. I can only share my experience, guys. And I've never been on that high of a dose of Suboxone, but when I took like a couple days of Suboxone, like 24 milligrams, like I felt like a freaking zombie on that high of a dose. So a lot of people will say with Suboxone, less is more, and I definitely believe that that's true. Just make sure that you're not in risk of relapse, guys. Last year, they gave me a whole vial. I told her what she was doing. One shot, I left the arm, one shot in the right. When I took it, the depression and anxiety was gone, but the whole vial. Your doctor gave you 10 cc's of testosterone, Mikey? Is that what you're saying? That doesn't sound right, dude. That does not sound right. That's a gram of testosterone. That's like what pro bodybuilders are using as their steroid cycle. Mikey says yes. Damn. Yeah, your doctor messed up there, Mikey. That should not be happening. That's a huge dose, man. That's a huge dose. Wody Max says, be strong, everybody. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you on there Wednesday, Wody. Good to see you in here again, though. It was cool to see you last week, too. So P. Miller says, TRT, energy, feel good, etc. For me, like I just feel decent, I guess I could say. I wouldn't really say feeling good because I've used high doses of steroids in the past. I would just say like I feel how I would want to feel. Like I feel healthy good, right? If you could put that into words. Because it's like after the 6th day, you guys, like after 6 days of my testosterone, I can start to feel that something feels off. And I don't know what the hell it is, but it's just that my testosterone. Because if you look at the half-life of testosterone cypionate, which is what most doctors are prescribing, I believe the half-life, don't quote me on this, guys, but I think it's like around 7 days or something, somewhere around there. So you can really start to feel that your testosterone levels are starting to dip off, for me, after day 6. So I personally prefer injecting every 6 days. So just something to keep an eye on for you fellas that are on TRT. It would be ideal to do your testosterone injections like twice a week, even 3 times a week, to keep your blood levels more stable, rather than having such a peak and then falling off throughout the week. But it's, for some people, injecting every 2 or 3 days, that's kind of like unreasonable. So you just really have to kind of try and mess with it and see what works best for you. But most people that I know, they feel good injecting once a week, once every 6 days. Lower your sub dose ASAP. Yeah, like 16 milligrams would be a lot better. You don't get much more benefits past 16 milligrams. Josh just thinks. Yeah, I agree with what those guys said. You should be able to get down to 16 milligrams and probably not even feel a difference, man. Most of it after 16 milligrams is mostly psychological. A lot of people will say that your body can't process more than 16 milligrams a day. I don't want to say that either way, but I've just heard a lot of people say that. P. Miller says, does TRT help with depression? Yes, and anxiety when in normal dosages. I think so. I think so, P. Miller, in my experience. Definitely depression for sure. Yeah, if you guys are struggling depression and you're on some kind of Suboxone or opiates, I highly, highly, highly suggest that you go get your testosterone levels checked. Have a CBC, which is complete blood count, something like that, test done at your doctor. It's very cheap to have done, even if you don't have insurance. It's like $100 most of the time, and that will tell you a lot of things about how your body is performing. And then your doctor can adjust from there. Yes, for sure. Looking to go on less soon, not going to push it. Yeah, I mean, how long have you been? So it sounds like you're just recently fresh out of the opiate lifestyle, Josh. So one thing to think about, Josh, that can help you start to not be so addicted to such high doses of Suboxone is if you do some Google searching on how strong Suboxone is. They say that 1 milligram is equal to 30 milligrams of morphine or oxy or whatever the hell. Something like that, right? You can do some Google searches on this. So if you're taking 32 milligrams, that's like, if you add it all up, I want to say, if I'm taking a rough guess off the top of my head, that's like the equivalent of taking probably 500 plus milligrams of morphine or whatever. I don't know how much I believe that, but if you do a Google search, you'll see there's a conversion chart that shows that. So your dose of Suboxone is very high. Like I see a lot of people that come from IV heroin injection, and those people will go to like 30 something milligrams, right? Free was 377, Mikey says. Okay. I know Mikey's been on, I think Mikey's been on TRT for a while. Got my testosterone tested, waiting for the results. Josh says, I'm also taking it for pain. That is why the doctor has me on such a high dose. Every time I feel pain, I crave my painkillers. That's rough, man. What do you have chronic pain for? What's the pain from? I know there are a lot of people that struggle on this channel with chronic pain issues. So just guys, for you guys that are struggling with chronic pain, just know that I do not have experience with that. So I don't want to be having you like adjust your stuff. Like it's, I don't know, guys. I just hope that like I can only give you guys my experience, and I've never struggled with chronic pain issues, thankfully. So if that's you, then I'm sorry that you're going through that, and I know that's got to be hard. So you just have to kind of find what works best for you guys. Oh shit! Somebody just sent a Cash App here. Hold on, guys. Let me check. Robert Wharton, I don't even see you in the comments here, brother. Robert Wharton, shout out to you, my man. Just sent a $5 Cash App, and he says for protein. Robert, you watching the live stream right now? I don't see you in here, man. That's awesome, dude. Robert, thank you. You're the first person that has ever supported the Sunday night live stream. So shout out, everybody, shout out to Robert Wharton. He's the first person to come through with a contribution to the Sunday night live stream. Again, shout out to you, Rob. And Robert, he's always up in here supporting me, so that's awesome, dude. I don't even see you on here in the comments, man. If you're in here, say what's up, brother. That's badass. That's going to buy me a carton of egg whites, baby. A carton of egg whites on Rob Wharton. Shout out to you, brother. What a badass. Hopefully he's in here. That's freaking awesome, guys. I wonder how he even knew to send some support, dude. How did Rob, if you're watching us on the replay, are you on here now? I don't see him anywhere in the comments. Sniper, you got to be careful with your language because YouTube is not letting you post that, but I'm going to go ahead and override YouTube and let YouTube show the messages. But just try not to put cursing comments if you can, okay? I'm going to go ahead and allow your comment this time, though. He says, BITCH, I'm off so much Kratom right now. How much Kratom are you on, Sniper? Again, shout out to you, Robert, if you're watching this. Thanks for the $5 protein donation. Hopefully he hops on here. Sniper says, Kay, I just love Kratom. No, you're good, man. YouTube will block you automatically if you guys curse or if you say anything like, you know, YouTube is really kind of strict, so to speak. So if you guys say anything like that might kick off the algorithm or kick off some filters on the YouTube chat, it'll just block it. So just try to like keep it as cool as you guys can in the comments. Got to keep a PG-13 around here. Okay, so Josh says, yes, for sure looking to go unless... Oh, wait, I already said that. I already seen that. Oh, wow, okay. Josh says, double ankle fusion. That does not sound good. Arthritis now as well. Okay, that sucks, man. I feel for you, brother. That's rough. That's rough to deal with that. How does Suboxone, like, is it knocking out your pain really good? K Briggs says Adderall shortage. I think you said that a while ago too, K Briggs, if I remember right. Or maybe it was somebody else saying that. Sniper says like 9 G's, like 9 grams a day. That's not that much. 9 milligrams? Because Kratom is measured in grams, right, guys? Sniper says he's on 9 grams. If that's true, that's not very high of a dose at all, brother, compared to what most people take. Sniper says low tolerance. Yeah, I like what Ethan says. A day or per dose? Like, are you taking 9 grams all at once, or are you splitting it up throughout the day? Rolling off of sleep deprivation as well. So 9 grams per dose. Oh, if it's per dose, that's high. So you're only taking 1 dose a day, Sniper? Is that what you're trying to say? That don't sound right. Most people that take Kratom, they keep taking it several doses a day. I'm going to go ahead. Ethan, since you've been more consistent lately, I'm going to add you back on with the wrench. I think that's what you were asking about last week. But I hadn't seen you around here for a while, Ethan. Sorry. I remember you had asked something about it last week, too. But I haven't seen you in the comments for a while on the live stream, so I had made somebody else a moderator. I think I can only have so many at a time. Let me know if that goes through, Ethan, if that lets you. If you can keep being more consistent like this, then we can leave you as the one. See, I'm not sure if it's even letting you do it anymore. I don't. Oh, there it goes. It worked. Oh, sorry, dude. Yeah, sorry about that, Ethan. So just anybody watching this on the replay too, if I've made you a moderator and you kind of disappear for a while and you're not on the live chats, then I'm going to let somebody else kind of take over. So that's just kind of how that works, guys. If you see that you're, oh, that's what you meant by, okay, now your comment last week makes more sense. And I thought I pieced it together afterwards. So hopefully that makes more sense, Ethan. I know not everybody can make it to every live stream, but it's important that I have, mostly on Wednesdays, it's important that I have, because I usually have guests on sometimes on Wednesdays. If it's just me here, usually I can kind of keep track of the trolls myself. But yeah, since you've been up in here more often, Ethan, I put you back on the wrench duties if you want that. If you don't want to daily die with it, that's okay. Just let me know and I could take you off. But I know you are definitely one of my first old school followers, so I really do appreciate you. But if anybody ever notices that I made you a moderator and then I took it away, it's either because I'm maxed out on moderators or because I haven't seen you in the chat for a while. So just a heads up on that. So let's see here. Josh says it seems to be a good replacement. I feel a little more pain, but not much. But Doc also suggested that once my testosterone gets up there, it will help dealing with the pain mentally. Yeah, I like that, Josh. I agree. Having your hormones in the right place can definitely be a big factor in how you're feeling it all day long. Another thing too, Josh, I don't know how much of my channel you have seen, but a lot of us have been switching over to the Sublocade shot, which is basically like a really long acting Suboxone shot. You could kind of think of it as, and it's like a once a month thing. You just go into your doctor. I think Mikey is going to get on the shot, and he struggles with the pain issues that you do. And also Mark Brown is also switching to get off of Suboxone to where you just have the shot in your stomach and it just keeps helping you throughout the day, right? So I'll let you know how that works out for those guys, because they're kind of trying out of the ordinary type of situation. Hopefully I didn't totally confuse you guys or was saying that. Insomnia from Suboxone for me, I go to sleep daily around 2 or 3 a.m. Mikey, in your Suboxone dose is giving you insomnia, dude? What time do you take your second dose for the day? I've heard some people say that. I quit a 3-year weed habit and tried Kratom like a week ago. Now I can't stop using it. Oh, Sniper. Okay. Well, shout out to you for admitting that. And shout out to you for getting off of weed. Side note, guys, I just read a study recently that said that smoking weed is not as benign as we had hoped that it was, and that it could actually be worse than cigarette smoking, guys. And the reason for that is because it is not filtered like cigarettes are. So if you guys are smoking weed, I'm not trying to like talk you out of it or whatever, like do what you do, but that might be something that you might look into, and maybe that would help you consider stop smoking cannabis. But yeah, got to just really be careful with the Kratom, Sniper. It's a lot of people struggle with Kratom addiction, and you're so fresh into it now that if you stop, I mean, what is the reason for the weed smoking and the Kratom? Like, what, just for addiction, or do you have pain, or like why are you doing these things? Ethan says, yes, I'll get in more often. I had been busy recently. I'm good now, though. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, you've been on, I've seen you a lot more lately. I've seen you a lot more lately, Ethan, so yeah, that'll work. Just be careful with that Kratom. It can be real habit forming and cause real problems. Try to take it as little as possible. Yes, please be careful with the Kratom, guys. And anytime I talk about Kratom on this channel, it's going to come with a warning. Sniper says, new sub. Thank you for subscribing, Sniper. We're always here talking on the live streams. Sunday nights is like the new thing now. And if you want to come for the bigger crowd, we do live streams every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Mike, you take it at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Dude, that trips me out that you get insomnia from 4 milligrams of Suboxone, dude. Maybe you start taking it earlier in the day then, dude. Because that would drive me nuts if I was trying to sleep and Suboxone was keeping me up all night. That would kind of piss me off. From a lot of people, so it does reverse, and Suboxone like makes them tired and puts them, like, that's how I get on Suboxone. It makes me tired. Give me 2 seconds, guys. It looks like we have 10 people in here. Go ahead and hit the like button. I'll be right back in 2 seconds, guys. Oof. All right. My back's kind of hurting sitting hunched over like this. Let me see here. Trying to find a way I can lay down and talk to you guys. Boy needs to get more comfortable. Hold on, guys. Keep the questions coming. I'm going to move my stuff around here. All right, you might fall here. Just a sec, guys. All right, let's try that. You guys still see me all right? Not really? Shit. I don't want to be too far away from you. All right, let's try that. Okay, let me know if you can't hear me for whatever reason, guys. So, oh, my back is killing me. Dallas is up 21. Colts are 13. Come on, Colts. We need this win. All right, let's get back to the comments here, guys. Sniper says, binging Kratom hard. I'm 17, but these people sell to anyone who has money. Oh my God, Sniper, you're 17? Dude, just replacing weed. gosh, that's a different one, guys. I have never heard of anybody go from weed to kratom. I'm trying to think of how I feel about that. Ugh. I've never struggled with weed addiction, but I do have a lot of friends that are struggling with that. I'm assuming your weed habit got pretty bad if you were struggling with that for 3 years. I don't really know what to say to you, Sniper. I've never struggled with weed addiction, so if anybody watching this on the replay can leave Sniper some thoughts for what your thoughts are from him going from weed addiction to he's now worried about a kratom addiction, guys. So maybe you can check back this replay, Sniper, in the next couple days and see if somebody comments on your situation. I try not to like make too many comments if I don't have like experience with it. But I do want to say that I'm glad that you're here to like, you noticed that there's an issue that could be happening with kratom, and that's good. There's alarm bells going off in your head telling you to be careful. That's for good reason, because I have heard some people say that kratom has ruined their life. So now that you've heard me give you the warning, I want you to remember that. Just really be careful, man. Really be careful. Josh says, yeah, I saw that on your channel. Gosh, can you guys even see me? It looks kind of dark on this phone. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you guys can see me, all right. Yeah, I saw that on your channel. I will be getting on the Sublocade shot in January. Oh, awesome, man. I spoke with the doc already. That's my plan anyway. Great. Yeah, please let me know how that works, especially where you're using it for chronic pain. If anybody is watching this and you decide to try the Sublocade shot to help with either your addiction or your chronic pain, please let me know how it works for your chronic pain. Because I do have a lot of people that watch the channel that do suffer with chronic pain. And we're wanting to, obviously, if it works great, then we want to get the word out. Sniper, YouTube just blocked your comment again. I think because you put the word shit in there. So just watch your cuss words. It just blocked you again. I'm gonna approve this one again. Brandon's recovery. What up, G? Mikey says you're good. Okay. I'm not trying to get addicted to the alkaloids and kratom, but it's a really nice feeling up all the time. Yeah, that's where you really got to be careful, snipers. If like you're taking a substance and you're feeling super good from it, obviously that's going to create a pattern in your brain to want to seek that good feeling out, and that's where the addiction comes from, right? So I always tell anybody that takes kratom or Suboxone, if you're wanting to get off of it, you want to take the smallest dose to where you don't feel it, right, guys? Because if you feel it and you get something positive, like if your brain is feeling positive things from the substance that you're taking, that's how addictions start. And then before you know it, you'll be here like me at 41 years old making addiction videos on YouTube for fucking 4 years. Pardon my language. So learn from my mistakes, guys. If you're taking any kind of substance and it's making you feel happy or a certain type of way, then that's likely going to be that you're heading down the wrong road. You want to feel normal, guys. You want to feel normal. Don't let substances take you up in the clouds, because then guess what happens? You got to come back down someday. And the longer you wait to come down, the harder it's going to be. weed was getting way too expensive to keep that ish up. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I have a friend that like literally just smokes all day. I have a couple friends that smoke. They do the little vape pens too now, like the weed pens or something. Honestly, I don't think it's a good idea to switch because kratom can introduce to how opiates feel and can lead you down the path of trying stronger opiates. It can light the fire, so just be very careful. That's really true, Ethan. And I like how you put that too. I agree with you. I agree, my friend. Josh says, thanks for the chat. I will check out the next one. Cheers. Yeah, you're welcome. Good to see you. Let me know how everything goes. Weed doesn't usually lead you down the path to stronger opiates, but kratom can. That's very true, Ethan. I didn't think about that. See, I was the kind of person that never really liked the way I felt on weed. I was always just more anxious and paranoid, and like I'd start crying and shit. Like I was never the kind of person that enjoyed the feelings that I got from smoking at all, ever. Like I always had a bad trip, you could call it. Everybody would always tell me, you just got to try the right strain. And I tried every type of different strain, and it was always the same thing for me, guys. It's like for me, like on sushi, like I hate the way sushi tastes, and everybody always says, you just got to get the right kind. So I tried every type of sushi, and it's always like, ugh, nasty. Just not for me. The reason I changed doctors because my old doctor told me to take 3 Suboxone generics at once. Woo! That's a big dose. I just had enough of him. I just went to the Sublocade. 11 months, 12 months soon on Suboxone. He wanted me on 24 milligrams. Zoinks! Yeah, that's good that you're going against that, Mikey, because it's like you know deep down that you don't need that much, right? Weed made me feel content and happy being poor. What? That's not good, man, especially at 17. I need to make some money and I have a labor intensive job, so Kratom was my second opinion. I might get off. I don't know yet. Ugh. Our second option, he says. Yeah, that's rough, man. But hey, at least you, like a lot of guys your age, Sniper, would have no idea that they even were having a problem. So the fact that you identify that there's a problem, stick with that, right? Like, don't let that feeling just go and just zone out for the next 20 years. If you can conquer your addiction at 17, Sniper, you will have a much better life, my friend. Trust me. My addiction started kicking in when I was like 22 years old, and here I am almost 20 years later. I'm still stuck in this shit. The longer you let that addiction to whatever it is go, the harder it's going to be to get out of it. Lisa, good to see you, Lisa, says, I'm on Sublocade for 4 months, 300, and it's leaving hard notes all over my stomach. How's everything else going, Lisa? Thank you for sharing. So yeah, the 300 shot is a really big shot, right? I took my first shot was 150 milligrams, and I could feel that shot here over 3 months since I started. So if you took double what I had, you'll probably feel the dose, like physically feel it for probably 6 months. So Lisa, you're probably, I mean, how come you're still taking the 300 milligram shot, Lisa? Why not go down to the 100 milligram shot? Thanks for the info, Ethan. I'm studying Kratom addiction to make sure I don't go down a path of destruction. Yeah, Sniper. So I just want to give you a heads up. If you're studying Kratom addiction, there are some YouTube channels out there that are going to make it seem like it's totally harmless. There's a lot of YouTube channels that act like Kratom is just some harmless little walk in the park. But I think you probably already know by now that that's likely not the case, especially if you feel so good from it. So just be aware of that. And also be aware that there is a withdrawal from Kratom. So the longer you stay on it, the harder the withdrawal is going to be, especially if you start increasing your dose. And withdrawal is what keeps people like me stuck on Suboxone for 5 or 10 years, right? Like opiate withdrawal sucks. And Kratom withdrawal is very similar to opiate withdrawal. So just letting you know now that the longer you stay on Kratom, the harder your withdrawal is going to be, my friend. Maybe you can use that as ammunition to want to get off as soon as you can. Mikey says, same with me. I always get a bad trip from weed. Yeah, seriously, dude. I do not like that stuff at all. So Lisa said, I don't feel anything with Sublocade. Yeah, that's exactly the point of Sublocade is you're not supposed to feel it. You're not supposed to feel anything with it. That's the beauty of it, Lisa. And that's why I tell everybody is if you're going from Suboxone to Sublocade, you have to be ready to feel nothing because that's the entire point of it. And the reason you don't feel it is because of the long half-life. The half-life of Sublocade is 45 to 60 days, guys. And what that means is that from the second you take your first Sublocade shot, it's going to take 45 to 60 days for half of that shot to go away. And that just says how slow every little bit around the clock, you're just slowly getting a little bit into your system. And that's why you don't feel it, right? If you take Suboxone under your tongue, it kicks in after an hour or two, right? And you feel it kicking in, and then you feel it falling off throughout the rest of the day, a few hours later, or whatever it is. You no longer feel the highs and the lows like you do when you're on Suboxone, guys. And I think the Colts just got an interception, by the way. So yeah, if you don't feel it, Lisa, then why not switch down to the 100 milligram shot and start to taper off? If you switch to the 100 milligram shot, the knots will be a third the size. Also, the skinnier you are, the more you're going to see the Sublocade shot in your belly, guys. Just a heads up on that. Lisa says, my doctor is changing it in January. That's good. That's good, especially if it's bugging you that you're seeing the big bumps under your skin, right? Another thing to look forward to, Lisa, is that the burning sensation will be a third of what it was when you got the 300 shots. So if you're so used to getting the 300 shots like you are now, if you're used to that pain that happens when you get that shot, like you're going to be laughing when you get the 100 shot. It's going to be nothing at all. Like it feels like it's like a pinch on my stomach. That's it. It's nothing. Every time I go in for another shot, it's just easier and easier, guys. As far as the little pain that you feel. Sniper says, I mixed different strains and I haven't tried going without it even for a day yet. Uh-oh, alarm bells, Sniper, alarm bells. I don't know, I just bought a lot more as well. The capsules don't even hit anymore. I make a tea out of it. Damn, Sniper, see, you're already like, look how fast you went from doing the capsules to now you're making tea, right? Be careful, Sniper. I should be able to go at least a day without it. Keith James, what up? Says, hey man, what's up, Kevin? Good to see you, Keith. Sniper, you should try that. See if you can go a day without it. See if you have withdrawals kick in, because you might already be physically dependent on it. And now you're going to be trapping yourself every day that you keep taking it, right? I'm really surprised. Are you only taking it once a day, Sniper? That doesn't make sense. I almost don't know anybody who takes Kratom that only takes it once a day. Because of the short half-life, it only lasts 4 or 5 hours, right? Leave me some comments, guys. Leave me some comments. Unless you guys are ready to wrap it up. Keith says, I just started on subs this week. I'm doing 2 to 4 milligrams this month. And then doing 100 milligrams Sublocade. See, guys, look at how many people are doing Sublocade soon. I love that. Fuck, that makes me so excited for you guys. Okay, so you just started on subs this week. 2 to 4 milligrams this month. I love the dose. I love the doses there, Keith. I think that's exactly right. What's your history like before Suboxone, Keith? And how are you doing on 2 to 4 milligrams of Suboxone a day? Sniper says, no, I do like 20 grams a day. Wait, Sniper, I thought you said only 9 grams a day. When I wake up, and then throughout the day, and before I go to bed. Oh, Sniper, the plot thickens, my friend. Okay. Yeah, earlier you said, Sniper, you only take 9 grams a day. Sniper says, I know something is up. I'll try tomorrow to go off of it. Oh, okay, so maybe I just misunderstood him. 9 grams was the dose I'm on right now. Okay. So at least you're like measuring your doses, and I bet you'll notice that your doses you're going to keep needing to increase more than likely. And every time your dose increases, Sniper, I hope that you hear an alarm bell going off in your brain saying, oh shit. Because there should be an alarm bell going off if you're needing to increase your dosage. And if you can't go a day without taking it, that's also another alarm bell. Because there's plenty of people on YouTube that will say, you can easily just stop taking Kratom. Okay, let's see you try it a day and let's see what happens. Tell me how good you sleep that night. Tell me if you're not crapping your guts out all day long and you have restless legs in your sleep. And then tell me how benign it is. I want you to give that a shot tomorrow, Sniper. Let me know what happens. Tell me if you could just totally quit taking 20 grams a day with no issues. Keith says I was using 1 to 3% a day. Percent? Oh, perks? What? How strong were the perks? Like 10 milligrams? Trying to quit with Kratom. I couldn't do it. Okay, 30 milligrams. So you were taking, correct me if I'm wrong, Keith, but you were taking 30 to 90 milligrams a day of perks. Is that right? And now you're on 2 to 4 milligrams of Suboxone a day? Okay. So I like the dose of Suboxone that you're on for the habit that you had. I think you're on like the perfect dose of Suboxone. So shout out to your doctor or whoever got you on that dose that you're on. I think you're on the right path, Keith. Are you ready to feel normal all day? That's the next big thing. I feel perfect, he says. Yeah, you should. I would imagine, like, just knowing all the doses, like how I felt on all the doses. What is it that you feel, Keith, when your Suboxone kicks in? Do you feel energized? Do you feel happy? Or do you feel like tired and foggy? Or do you feel anything at all? Like, be 100% honest with me. Niles says, Big Sean Allen could take you. I don't know who Big Sean Allen is, but good for him if he could take me. Ethan, keep an eye on Niles if you could. Like, if you switch out to hard opiates for subs, are you still an addict, basically? Sniper asks. If you switch out to hard opiate for subs, he's the peck daddy? I've never heard of that. Hold on, Sniper. I'm trying to wrap my head around your statement. Is that a statement or a question you asked about switching out hard opiates for subs? You are still an addict, basically. So the thing that, if I understand your statement correctly, Sniper, people who are taking hard opiates are mostly stuck buying them off the streets. And right now, there are so many fake 30 fentanyl pills that you're one pill away from dying, right? Unless you're getting medication from the doctor, which most people aren't. So Suboxone can definitely save your life. If you're buying opiates from the streets, that's like not even close to comparing apples to apples. Suboxone is the far better option. Suboxone is the reason that I'm here making these videos today. I've lost more than 10 friends to opiates from buying them off the streets and injecting them. I have more than 10 friends who have died because they did not find Suboxone. So as far as like labeling yourself an addict because you're on Suboxone, that's up to you. But for me, I don't really give a shit what the internet says or what some pharmacist says about somebody who's on Suboxone, because I've seen thousands of people who have turned their life around thanks to Suboxone. So that's all I really got to say about that. If you're comparing a Suboxone life to buying illegal fentanyl pills or heroin off the streets, like, that's not even close to comparable. Just because it's a drug and it's addicting. So yes, it is a drug, and yes, it is addicting. But you're not one pill away from death. You're not one pill away from getting a felony on your record and ruining your life. I mean, there's like, you're not one pill away from getting hepatitis C from using a dirty needle, or overdosing and dying in front of your family. Like, none of those things happen when you're on Suboxone. Yes, it's still addicting, but so are chocolate chip cookies, right? Our whole lives are built around things that are still addicting. But yeah, I don't want you guys to get too worried about looking at Suboxone like, oh no, it's addicting. Like, there's a lot of things that are addicting. Your energy drinks at the store, your freaking licorice, cookies, like everything's addicting in life, right? Sex is addicting. Alcohol is addicting. Okay, so Keith says he gets relief and excited for my day. Capable. Okay, so Keith, not sweating and worried. Okay, so there's a couple things I want to hit on here, there, Keith. because a lot of people can get addicted to the feeling that they get when Suboxone kicks in, right? But on the flip side, the sweating and worried, like I always tell people, when your Suboxone kicks in, you feel it kick in, right? And your emotions are like this, and then it starts to go like this throughout the day. When you're on the Sublocade shot, you're not going to have those anymore, right? You're not going to have this shit going on the day. So are you ready to give that up, Keith? I misunderstood Sublocade before I got on it. I thought I was going to feel it kicking in all day, and that's not how it works at all. You don't feel anything once you're on Sublocade. So you really have to be ready to let go of that feeling that you get once your Suboxone kicks in. I've said this on many past videos because it's very important that you guys, you know what to expect, because once you're on Sublocade, the goal is to feel normal 24/7. No more highs, no more lows, no more shit like this all day, right, guys? So that's a question that if you guys are considering going to Sublocade, are you really ready to let go of that feeling that you get once your Suboxone kicks in every day? The part that Keith said about sweating and worried, that part's not going to be an issue because those are side effects of you going into withdrawal, right? So now you're down here, and then you go to sleep, your Suboxone wears off, you wake up, you're sweaty and worried or whatever, low energy, and then you take your dose and it brings you back up here, right? So you're doing this shit all day long. And then once you get the Sublocade shot, you're just like this. So I just want you to be prepared for that. Not everybody is ready to give that up with their Suboxone. And that's okay, but I don't want you guys to go to Sublocade thinking that it's going to feel just like you are on Suboxone, because it doesn't feel that way, guys. Niall says, you're right, Sniper's trading one addiction for the other. That's just the reality. He says, I'm hoping I can do subs 1 month and then one 100 milligram shot. Also, my doctor suggests therapy. Yes, I love therapy idea. If you're wanting to do one 100 milligram shot, you really have got to be ready to move on with your life, Keith. There's going to be some big changes coming your way, my friend. Are you ready for it? Are you really ready for it? For the people that want to go from Suboxone to taking one shot of Sublocade and then moving on with their life, those people are the people that are just fucking sick and tired of this bullshit lifestyle, and they're ready to put in some emotional labor and really focus on their addiction, guys, because it's not just peaches and cream, take one shot of Sublocade and just life is just perfect from then on out, guys. I want to make sure that I'm very clear about that, okay? Like, if you're planning on doing one shot of Sublocade and just rolling out, then be ready to put in some emotional labor, and it's going to be some changes coming up. You can do it, yes, for sure, but it's going to be a different lifestyle than you're used to with Suboxone, okay? If you really want it and you're doing the counseling and you're just sick and tired of having to rely on taking some kind of dose of something every day, and you're just sick of this lifestyle, then yes, that's going to work. And you'll be just fine. Your withdrawals will be very low, if not minimal at all. My doctor said to look at subs as a cast to help heal, like a broken bone. I love that. Damn, dude, Keith, you got a good doctor, man. I haven't heard anything that your doctor said that's like sounds weird to me yet. Weightlifting is addicting for some. Oh yeah. Niles, weightlifting is very addictive for me. I'm super, super fucking addicted to the gym, guys. If I go more than 2 days, I'm like, my brain starts going haywire. Justifying doing a literal hardcore opiate like a cookie. Bro, this makes no sense. I'm trying to understand. No, I was just trying to make a point that a lot of things are addictive, Sniper. I wasn't trying to say that a cookie is as bad as taking hardcore opiates. That's not what I was meaning. I was just meaning that a lot of things in life are addictive. Suboxone doesn't cause dopamine spikes like other opiates. Exactly. Suboxone is way safer mentally, and there's no risk of an overdose. Exactly, Ethan. Good points. He was comparing subs to a cookie. Suboxone doesn't get you high like other opiates. It's actually a close comparison. Sniper says cold turkey is possible. I've seen many of my ex-addict friends using subs and then going back to H. I don't think it's safe to give an ex-addict subs. Sniper, you got some backwards thinking here, buddy. Are you literally thinking that going to heroin is better than Suboxone? Is that? Am I misunderstanding you, or what? I don't think you're. I think you're confused, my friend. That, or I'm not understanding you right. Like, the way I could put it, guys, if you're comparing like addictions on a scale of 1 to 10, heroin is a 10 out of 10. Like, red flags, alarms should be going off. If you're on Suboxone, you're at like a 2 or a 3. Like, you're on your Suboxone is the step away from heroin. To go from Suboxone to heroin, that's a major step in the wrong direction, guys. Major step in the wrong direction. That's not even close. That's like comparing crack to coffee, pretty much. You compare crack and heroin, Suboxone and coffee, right? That's about what it's like, guys. Keith says, absolutely. I was in recovery for 2 years and I relapsed. The last 4 days on subs was so nice and serene, not having to be a slave. That's good, man. Keith, I would just say to ask your doctor if you can have like a backup plan, and what that would look like maybe is if you're planning on taking just one shot, maybe have a backup plan of like having a second shot available if you need it, and just push yourself as far as you can on the first shot. Like, maybe you can make it, 3 or 4 months, and then maybe you just need like one more shot to like boost you out or something like that. It usually takes about 6 to 12 months of subs and therapy if you were an opiate addict. It usually takes longer than a month, but it's possible. Q says, thank you. I visited 5 doctors and chose the one that was willing to tailor my plan and actually listened to me, and she was really great. Yeah, you did your homework, Keith. Sniper says, bro, not every ex-addict needs to get on subs. What the F? I didn't say that, Sniper. But I don't know almost anybody that could just get off of opiate addiction, especially heroin, and just cold turkey that without ever going back. That is very, very rare. Can it be done? Yes, it can be done. Some people have done it. But I'd be willing to bet that at least 90% of people are going to need something like Suboxone or Kratom. It could be Kratom, right? Something like a Suboxone or a Sublocade or a Kratom. But to go from being a heroin addict to nothing, that's the equivalent to being a millionaire one day and being homeless the next. That's about what that would feel like, to go from being an everyday heroin user. You're going to feel like you're a millionaire. And then you just cold turkey heroin or opiates. That's gonna feel like you're living in a big ass mansion and then you're out homeless on the streets the next day. That's like the simplest comparison that I can say. So if you think that you can go from being a millionaire to living on the streets, then do it. But not many people are going to survive very long out there on the streets. Let's see here. So, Kev, where are you at with your Sublocade journey? So I'm on my third shot right now, and I'm spacing out my doses. So for my fourth shot, it's going to be like 6 weeks before I get my fourth shot. And then I'll probably just maybe get a fifth shot and then be done. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But I don't know. We'll see. So it's going to be somewhere between 4 and 6 shots for me. But I'm doing really good. I haven't taken Suboxone for over 2 months. I don't even think about Suboxone anymore. And for the last 5 years, that's been impossible for me to go 1 day without thinking about Suboxone. So now that I can stop thinking about Suboxone from the second that I wake up, like that's a huge blessing for me to be able to just do that and just move on with my life. So I like to think of Sublocade as like it's repairing the emotional addiction to Suboxone. And then that's going to come in very handy once it comes time to let the Sublocade wear out of your body, right? Because you guys know that are on Suboxone, when you quit Suboxone, not only do you have the physical withdrawal, but you have the mental withdrawal because you're so used to taking something every day for so many years, right? That when you stop doing that, that's going to make your brain think that something else is wrong. Popping 1.5 grams of green Vietnam Kratom. We do have that door open for a second shot. I love that. I love that too. I saw some people even done 50 milligrams. That's what I'm wondering about. Dude, Keith, you're on the right freaking road, dude. Like, a lot of my homework was watching your content. Thank you for that, brother. Good, dude. Yeah, you're right. You're right on the right path, man. You are perfect. I can tell this is going to work for you. Have you felt any withdrawal towards the end of the months? How much space between shots? That's a good question. So my first shot, I got 150 milligrams. I waited 4 weeks. I went back to my second shot, and I lowered it to 100 milligrams, right? So I started tapering right from the very start, basically. And then my third shot, let's see. Okay, my third shot, I got 100 milligrams again, but I waited 5 weeks. Okay, so I put an extra week. I just delayed my shot for a week. So for my fourth shot, it's going to be scheduled for 6 weeks, right? So it's just like I'm just spacing out the doses. And by doing that, I'm not only letting my buprenorphine levels come down, and I can tell that they're slowly coming down by the way that I'm able to have normal bowel movements each day. But the only thing that I noticed last month, Keith, when I pushed my shot off an extra week, was that I was a little bit emotional that last week. Like I cried a few times that week, and that's not really normal for me to cry. So just I'm going to really pay attention to it the next couple of weeks and see if it happens again this month. And I'll let you guys know if that happens again. Just something to be aware of. But as far as like feeling any type of withdrawals, nothing like that at all. The only thing I noticed by going an extra week was that I just felt extra emotional. Awesome, thank you. We'll definitely keep in touch. Yeah, I love that your doctor's like. Let's see, what did you say? We have the open door for the second shot. I think if I was in your shoes and you're ready to move on, take that one shot and then just try to move on. But just know that, like, if for some reason you need the second shot, it's there. Like, that's a good backup plan. And then just know that that's going to be pretty much it. Like, one more shot, one more second shot, and then you'd be done. I think you're gonna do good. You'll have to keep me in the loop and let me know what happens. Ethan says, I thought you took 150 milligram twice, Kevin, and then started tapering. Nope. No, Ethan, the only time I took 150 milligrams was the first shot. The second shot was just 100 milligrams. I think where you might be confused with that, Ethan, is that most doctors, they're going to want to order the 300 milligram shot for 2 shots. So my doctor did order the 300 milligram shot, but he just squoze it out, right? Because for like insurance purposes, most doctors are going to want to start you off on the 300 milligram shot as far as ordering, because that's how the drug manufacturer recommends that they start it off, the Sublocade treatment. Some doctors who have a lot of experience with Sublocade, they might be able to bypass all that and just straight up order the 100 milligram shot to start with. But I think a lot of doctors are going to order the 300 milligram shot and then just squirt X amount out. That's all you have to do is squirt X amount out. Yes, definitely. I agree 100%. God bless. Stay positive, everyone, and have gratitude. Yes. Yeah, I'm very excited for you, Keith. Please let me know. Side note, Keith, and sorry that I keep repeating myself on this, guys, but any of you who have, who do experiment, or not experiment, any of you guys who have experience with Sublocade, please go to the video that I did like 4 or 5 weeks ago. It's labeled Sublocade, the official Sublocade Share Your Experience video or some shit like that. Please go share your experience once you have some time with it, Keith, and let people know how your transition was from Suboxone to Sublocade. That way, more people can have a place to just go into one video and get a lot of information rather than having to watch 1,000 different videos or reading 1,000 different Reddit posts. Like I want everybody to be able to go to that one video and read multiple people different experiences. So if you could do that, my friend, that will help other people going forward. So Ethan says, oh wow, this whole time I was thinking 150 milligrams twice. I think it's because you were thinking about doing that at the beginning and then changed your mind, maybe. It could be that, Ethan. I don't think I really knew exactly what I was going to do from the start. But no, definitely the second shot I took was very small compared to the first one. What's your dose at, Ethan? I haven't heard anything from you for a while. As far as like, your dose. Amen to that. Oh my goodness, this game is a blowout, guys. Damn it. Dallas is so good this year. Drives me crazy. 40-19. Woo. Well, it looks like we still have 5 people in here chilling, guys. Who's still in here listening? Seems like there's some ghost listeners in here. Sniper's probably still waiting for that 1.5 grams to kick in. Okay, yeah, I think I remember you said that last week. If maybe you told me that last week, Ethan. 1 milligrams in the morning and 1 milligram a couple hours before bed. Yeah, I always did really good on that dose. That's a really good steady dose. 1 to 2 milligrams a day was like always my sweet spot. Keith says, I've been trying to get as much anecdotal information as possible and then obviously take my doctor's advice. It's awesome that she has been receptive and open-minded. Yeah, dude, like, I don't know if you've been on Reddit or not, but that's also another good place. I know on YouTube it's so hard to find good information on Sublocade. There's not a lot of people on YouTube talking about Sublocade. So that's why I'm trying to be like that person for you guys on Sublocade that have questions. Like, I want to deep dive into Sublocade because it's, there's a lot of aspects that go into this. I always say that Suboxone and Sublocade, they're complicated medications. It's not just a simple go to your doctor's office and he writes you a script and then everything is just handy dandy. Like, you need to keep up on your constipation. Like, how's your testosterone, your sex drive? Like, there's a lot that goes into this stuff. Niall says, what's your dating status? I have been dating a girl for about a year now. I've never been married. I guess you could call me MGTOW. Do any of you guys know what MGTOW means? I'm curious if any of you guys know what MGTOW is. Or red pilled. I guess you could call me red pilled. What's your dating status, Niles? Yes. He said yes. What was the yes to? Yes, you know what MGTOW is? Ethan says, yeah, that's the sweet spot for me. It keeps my mood and mentality nice and level and seems to have minimal side effects. Yeah, I agree. Are you on TRT, Ethan? Niles says that's personal. What, you want to know my information, but you can't tell me yours, Niles? What's up? I'm just kidding, man. It's all good. It's all good, baby. This phone is bright as hell. Mikey, are you still in here? I haven't seen you comment for a while. Yeah. My couch is like not comfy right now, guys. Oh goodness. I need some back support up in here. Let me go this way. Yeah. My back is killing me. Keith says, red pill is kind of like anti-feminist. I guess you could kind of say that. I believe like red pill is like basically. Oh, I don't want to piss off any of my ladies on here. Red pill is kind of like. I don't really know how much to dare to say on here. I'm a right winger, Ali says. Nah, man, I haven't made that commitment because once you start TRT, you kind of keep taking it. That's true for sure. Once I'm about 35 or 40, though, I'll for sure get on TRT by then. How old are you, Ethan? Red-pilled woman, Ali says. Ali comes out of nowhere making comments. What's up, Ali? I'll just say it like this. Like, I've observed a lot of relationships and people in marriages and whatnot, and like, I don't believe that as a man that's beneficial to be married. In my experience, like, Ali, YouTube just blocked your comment about the woke stuff. I think the word woke gets blocked by YouTube for whatever reason. I just really, I don't know, like, I don't see how a marriage could benefit me. because I've seen how fast and like how easy relationships go south in today's modern social media world. Like it's just too risky to me, in my opinion. Especially if your girlfriend or husband is like all about like dropping sexually selfies and stuff on Instagram all day. Like I wouldn't even touch that with freaking 10-foot pole. There's no way. That kind of relationship is not going to last, in my experience. If you need that kind of attention from the World Wide Web, then I'm not your man, lady. If my attention isn't enough for you, girl, then you can go ahead and have the internet. Mike says, kick addiction. In most cases, all she has to feel is bored, and she can take everything It is what it is. That's exactly true, Mikey. That is exactly true, brother. I don't like how one-sided like the family courts are. Like that would have to definitely change before I would ever consider marriage. It's one thing if you like have a stay-at-home wife and she's like raised the family. Like clearly you need to support your wife, but in other circumstances where she makes just as much money as you, like, ugh. I'm just saying, guys, like the marriage just does not appeal to me at all, especially like where I don't have children. Um, yeah, and that's okay. Like if you guys are all about that married life, because I know there are a lot of married people that watch my channel, and if it's working for you, then great. But I've just seen too many failed marriages, and I've seen too many guys take massive L's when they go through the divorce machine. So that scared the hell out of me from even daring to put a ring on any girl's finger. If I had a girlfriend and she was battle tested for many years and she still wanted to roll by me, shit, I might consider it, right? As long as she's not posting thirst traps on social media, as long as she's battle tested through hard times and like you don't see her like trying to catch everybody's attention out in the gym and stuff, I'd consider putting a ring on that. There would be a long engagement though, I can tell you that much. If let's just say the girl I'm dating now, if she got pregnant, I feel like she's pretty ride or die for me. So I don't know. I'm just so afraid of failure, guys, with relationships. I hate going through failed relationships. That shit breaks my heart, man. Damn, Cowboys blowing it up. I agree with you though, Mike. Alex says, hi people, point 0.6 trying to stabilize and take the next step to 0.5 milligrams of Suboxone. It ain't easy. Yeah, you're at the, what Zach called it, what does he call it? The danger zone, I think he said, something like that, the red zone. Something like under 1 milligram is like where a lot of people are struggling tapering. Just got to really slow it down from here, there, Alex. Keith says, good night, guys. Kev, I'll keep you posted. Stay strong, everyone. Sounds good, Keith. Thanks for all the chats tonight. You are on the right path, my brother. Keep going. So, Allie, you're a red-pilled woman. How old are you? Oh, Ethan's only 28. Damn, dude, you young buck. Damn. Yeah, I would say if you're not on TRT at that age, like I got on it, I think when I was 29. But I was, I was addicted to opiates and I was using steroid cycles in my 20s, right? So I was double whammy cursed. Wow, my heater just finally turned off this whole time. It's been on. Hour and 45 minutes. We might try to start wrapping up here soon, guys. Does anybody else have any other questions, or if you guys have any other questions or comments, please drop them in the comment section now. I could go for another 15 minutes if you guys keep the combo going. Drop some comments now if you guys got them. Baby. Oh yeah, baby. Side note, guys, StreamYard is like, I'm like almost out of my hours. Oh shit! You guys I just reminded something. I'm gonna be on Nicole's channel this Wednesday, so I think we're gonna still do the Wednesday live stream, but it's not gonna be no 4-hour session like it was last week. So I'm probably gonna do our normal Wednesday live stream at the normal time this week, and then I'll be on for maybe an hour or two, and then I'm planning on. I think the plan is I'm gonna go on Nicole's channel, and that'll be the first time that I'll be on somebody else's channel. So it will be nice to like share my story on somebody else's channel. So yeah, that's like just giving you guys a heads up for this week. Mike says, long time ago, cheating was punishable. Today, cheating is celebrated and empowered. That's so true, man. That is so true. Yeah, that's true, man. And that's scary to think about. And just how many options everybody has these days, right? Like you can just hop on a dating app and be freaking in bed with some random ass person in like 3 hours. That's freaking insane to me, guys. Oof. I would not dare. I don't know how so many people dare to use dating apps. I was reading a statistic. It said something like, what is it, 1 in every 3 people on dating apps have STDs? That's so scary. That's so scary, guys. Like, oof. STDs are like, I know people that they just bang random ass people. That's so freaking nuts. Banging randos, guys, don't do that stuff. That's demoralizing. Yeah, I take HCG though twice a week. It raises luteinizing hormone, which is the same hormones poisons and subs block. So it seems to counteract the side effects of subs pretty good for me. That's cool, man. Sounds like you got it all dialed in there, Ethan. Got you all dialed in. Dude, you might not even need TRT, especially once you come off Suboxone in the future. You might not even need that stuff. And that would be nice not to need it, right? Because, like you said, like TRTs, most of the time it's going to be for life. So if you guys could stay away from TRT if you don't absolutely need it, I don't want to say it's always for life, but most people that get on it, they're not going to be coming off. Unless you go from 32 milligrams of Suboxone to nothing, and then you probably could come off. And you're working out and eating healthy, right? Months and months of research. Yeah, it sounds like you've done your homework, brother. Looks like the people are falling out of here, guys. We'll probably wrap it up here. I'll wait just a second and see if anybody else has any final questions or comments. If you guys got anything else up to say your piece now, baby. We're going to shut this shit down. Hour and 50 minutes. It looks like we made it, guys. I guess before we wrap up here, I want to send a big shout out to Robert Wharton for the $5 protein supplementation via Cash App. Thank you, Robert. I really appreciate that. I didn't even see you here on the live stream tonight, so that really surprises me that you would send that. So extra shout out to you for doing that. You're the first person that's ever sponsored a Sunday night live stream. So everybody shout out to Robert Wharton for sending a $5 Cash App donation. Let's see, last couple comments here. Ethan says, yeah, I know it would improve my quality of life in my 30s and 40s for sure, though. I don't quite need it yet. Yeah, dude, stay off of that as long as you can. Just one more thing to have to worry about each week, right? Plus, I always recommend, like, just stay as natural as you guys can. Like, if possible, you know, your body gets addicted to synthetic testosterone just like it gets addicted to anything else. So if you can steer clear of having to be on TRT, I recommend it. It's not for everybody to have to inject yourself once a week for the rest of your life. It's not the funnest thing in the world to do. And plus, I know I would get more girls if I got on TRT. That is probably the truth. Most people that I've seen go from low T to getting proper testosterone levels and proper testosterone treatment. Most people gain, if they're working out constantly, 10 to 15 pounds of lean muscle. So something to think about in the future if you decide that is for you, obviously with the help of your doctor. Yeah, I'll try to hold it off as long as possible. It's a you'll let me know if you ever decide to do that stuff, man. But yeah, I'll just say keep going, dude. If things are going well for you right now. Oh, what the hell? I think it just said that my Seahawks just hopped back into the wild card picture since we got the win today. Oh, now I got to research this, guys. All right. I know we're like right on the cusp of the wild card. That's why I need like the Giants to lose. I need the Cowboys to lose, but they're winning right now. They're killing the freaking Colts. Who else? I need the Washington to lose. I think that's it. Obviously, 49ers are going to take our division because they're so dang good. I don't know how the heck we could ever beat the 49ers. I don't see that happening this year. Next year, though, guys, Seahawks are going to be killing it. Just wait for next year. We're going to nail this draft since Denver gave us all their picks. All right, Ethan, I'm going to hop off here. It looks like you're probably one of the last ones in here, man. I appreciate your help, Ethan. It was good talking to you on here. I guess we'll go ahead and try to shoot for next Sunday as well. We'll just keep this going then, since we've had people on here to keep the conversation going for 2 hours. You guys don't forget to hit the like button if you can. It helps share this message so we can grow the channel. I appreciate everybody who was in here keeping the chat going today. And we'll see you guys on Wednesday. Like I said, I'll be on the normal live stream time, just as always. And I should be on Nicole's channel later this week. I think it's Wednesday as well. So Ethan says, later, dude, it's getting late. I'll let you hop off. And see you next Wednesday. All right, dude, shout out to you. See you guys Wednesday. Have a good week. Set some goals. And kick their ass. All right, bye, guys.